Hey friends, say hey when you're hopping on. Today we're gonna do a hair care haul. What do we do with it? All right. I was like, I know I brought it in here. Ignore the air mattress. My dad is in town with his girlfriend, and so just ignore it. I feel like we've had nonstop company for weeks. But I wanted to show you. So I went to the mall yesterday and went and got some like new clothes. I'm trying to move my body more, be active more, all these things. And I just was like, I think I would feel better about being more active if I went and got some new clothes. I tried this on last night after I got home, and Adam was like, you should go buy every color. So this shirt is so cute on. And it's reversible. So you can wear it like that, or you can wear it like this. So I put a link to this in the description of the video, but you can wear it like this, which I think is so cute. Long necklace, layered necklaces, right? And then the back looks like this. Are we loving? Like, and it has thumb holes. So it's a great crop length. If you don't like crop, you're gonna hate this one. But if you do, I personally love like a good crop top and some great leggings. These are like one of the most, they're a little expensive, not as much as Lulu, but not as cheap as a cheap Amazon, but they're like a suck you in pair. And I've been doing, today's day 11, no carbs. And I woke up this morning, I'm off my cycle for a few days, like all the things. And I was like, really finding our pink again? Like I put on an outfit I thought was cute. I did full makeup, and I just like, I feel like I am starting to try and look like, do you ever get in a funk where you're like, just feel like I'm in a funk? And that's how I have felt for a little while. I can just wear this just like this actually. I was gonna turn it around, but it's just so cute. So maybe all I needed was like a hug and a new shirt. So anyways, I will say, been doing no keto or no carbs. Been doing like keto or like low carb. I haven't really been getting enough fat in, but after you hit a few days, it starts like getting not too hard. And then also those plant-based peptides, I have zero appetite at all. Like last night I was in bed and I was like, you have to eat. Like Adam went and fixed me some peppers and cream cheese, but I was like, I've only had that steak sandwich all day, so I have to work on eating more. So I might even cut back. Right now I'm taking 2 of those a day, and I might only do 1 just because I feel like I have zero appetite. Has anyone tried them yet? I know a few of you ordered. Yes. Anyone in a funky season? I'm determined to like not be in a funky season. I don't know. I think we went through a lot of life changes all at one time, and then a little bit of weight gain and a little bit of all this stuff going on, and it's almost like I had delayed, I wasn't depressed, I love the season of life I'm in, but I just haven't felt 100% like myself. So I was like, okay, I could either keep complaining about this, or I can try something, like kick in with discipline and mindset. And so that's really that's a huge shift too, not the only thing that changed, but you just ordered it. Okay, so the lean is like the natural GLP-1. It's like plant-based peptide. I already took 2 this morning, so I'm not gonna take them right now. But if you're someone who you struggle with like that food noise, food cravings, think I need a snack, think I need a treat, you will love this. So it helps your body create your own like natural GLP-1. It's similar to taking shots, but without the side effects. It helps burn like visceral fat around your organs, but the inflammation in my body, even like in my joints, like, or like in my face, like all of it, I don't know. I feel like my knee is feeling great. Like, I've recovered from my rib that popped out of place really well. I don't know if that has anything to do with peptides, but I was like, okay, this has only been a few days, and my adjustments, my chiropractor, I don't know. But this for food noise, if you struggle with like, I just feel starving Marvin. It is from Make. It's called Lean, and it's an Aptocurb Trim Fast Complex. So bioactive precision peptides. But if you spend $150 with this company, you get the Calm for free. which is great. And that's a cortisol reducer. So really, really, really good deal. So thank you. You know, you guys are all so nice to me. Like today I got ready and I was like, I have not felt like beautiful in a long time. I know it sounds so silly. I'm a confident person, but you know when you don't like feel like yourself. And you're just like, okay, I want to be like positive minded. I want to be like finding the good in myself. I want to be proud of myself. But when you feel like you're doing things and they're like not working, you're like, I just feel like I felt like have been feeling very disappointed in myself. Whether it's like not feeling like business wise I'm growing like as much as other people that I know are doing it, or feel like I'm working really hard and not seeing in a lot of areas of my life. I have just felt like I'm like working really, really hard and maybe not seeing like results kind of everywhere. And I feel like I'm trying to like keep my house clean, but my car's a wreck, or I'm trying to take my kids everywhere and we miss therapy or we miss swim, and I'm just like, and then feeling like you don't look good, like when you don't feel good in your own skin. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna get ready. Maybe this will help me. And if you were feeling funky, I have not done a full face of makeup. Mostly I don't wear makeup a lot since we've moved here. We moved to Puerto Rico. I have not done a really full face of makeup in a long time. But today, even pre-makeup, I was like, I'm just grateful that, like, so grateful my back is not hurting. So grateful that I found, like, I was just like practicing gratitude. And then I was like, I'm gonna do a full face, like, because I was like, I'm just in like sweat clothes, you know. I was like, I'm just gonna throw something on real quick. And then I decided to do a full face. I was like, maybe I don't feel like myself because I haven't been like giving myself enough attention. If you haven't done a full face makeup in a long time, do it. Like, and I have nowhere to go. I was like, we should book reservations for dinner. Like, and I have greasy hair. I've been putting oils and stuff in my hair at night for hair growth, and I'm gonna do a hair unboxing. I really am. But you guys are really sweet and I really love you. And I try and share if I'm going through those things too, because I know I'm not alone. Sometimes it just feels very lonely, you know? And so things that are helping, move my body every day. The first week I hated what I was doing for eating. I just like, and Adam was like, you really need to shift your mindset. Not like, I can't eat this, but like, that will not help me get to where I want to be. And I was like, that really, so it's not that I can't, I could, but if I want changes in my life, I can't keep doing the same thing. Can't keep getting pina colada. I can't keep getting, you know, whatever, like eating chocolate in the middle of the night or caramel when I get up to go to the bathroom. You know, like little things that you're like, oh, that probably adds up. I was probably eating like a spoonful of caramel 3 nights a week, you know, just because I'd be like, I'll just eat a little bit. And you don't realize it until you start tracking things. So anyways, that's my spiel about that. If you haven't done it and gotten ready in a while, I do think that there's power in like physically feeling good on the outside to where you're like, who is this? You know, like put on some jewelry, even if you're going nowhere, put on, like, I don't know. That's my spiel. And I do think it works. I do. I used a purple eyeliner today from Ophir. It's called Ultraviolet. I haven't used it probably since I lived in Tennessee. I was like, that's a little pop of something. So anyways, okay, I used all Ophir. I filmed this look. You'll see it probably come out in the next week or two after I get it edited down. But it's all Ophir makeup, and I used their things. I did link Ophir in here that because they have a 20% off if you use the code BLOOM. So yes, you turn 51 and you're just rethinking your whole life. We have uprooted our family. We moved across the world. Like everything you have to do when you move is so much. Like we moved with suitcases. Our kids needed to be enrolled in school. They had to do psychometric evaluations. They had to do blood work. They had to do, the schooling here is like crazy to get into. We had to get our cars registered. We had to buy cars. We had to go like get things off our car from the ferry. We had to get it shipped from Tennessee I just feel like the list every day has been long, like so long. And then trying to work and trying to have kids everywhere. And then trying to fit in your own time. And we all have things we're doing every day. But if you feel in a funk, gratitude really recenters me a lot. So if I'm feeling funky, I try to be grateful. And I try to be grateful every day, but I don't know. Where's the make? So it's Make is the product. I put it in the description of this video. Anybody, if you guys are going through stuff, drop it below. What do you feel like your life has been lately? What do you want to work on? Because I don't have it together, but I am willing to work on it and share going through it. I do not regret moving to Puerto Rico at all. I absolutely love it here. It is my favorite adult season I've had of my adult life. Like, I have thrived here. I just feel like I kind of was like speeding so fast. Then when it finally wasn't chaotic, it was like, I've got to like find me again for a second. I've just been like pouring out a lot every day, and maybe my cup has been a little empty. So I'm working on it. Yeah, Cheryl, if you ever come through on a cruise, we go down to Old San Juan and get coffee all the time. We've had people like reach out. If it works out that we can go get a coffee, I love meeting you guys. Or if you ever see me in public or in an airport, normally I see the most amount of people when we travel, like in an airport. There tends to be a lot of people, but it's so you. Oh, I'm just gonna eat this 4 scoops of ice cream after dinner every night. No big deal until you step on the scale. Yes, it takes like, it's little habits that, it's like these little habits that all of a sudden you're like, oh no, I've created like the caramel at night. So here in Puerto Rico, they have this stuff called buffalo caramel. I threw it away and I put dish soap on it, if that tells you how good it is. And if you're like, why would you put dish soap? Then you've never been as bad as I am. So it's like buffalo milk caramel, and it is the most creamy, most delicious caramel you have ever had in your whole entire life. And I had just bought some before I decided to do keto, and I get up in the night, this is pre-keto, and I will have like a spoonful of it a couple nights a week. You're like, that's harmless. It isn't. It's probably horrible for my teeth, and it's probably horrible for my body, and it's just so good. And so when we were like clearing out, and normally I would say like, I'm just gonna go ahead and eat all of this because it was $8, and I am not gonna keep this in the fridge because I'm gonna be tempted. Well, instead I was like, I'm throwing it away. It was half gone anyways, but I was like, I'm throwing it away, and I threw it away, and then I got it out of the trash can and I put dish soap on it, and Adam was like, you think you might get up and eat caramel in the middle of the night or something? And I was like, yeah, I actually do think maybe I would get up and eat caramel in the middle of the night. So throw dish soap on it, because then you can't eat it. There's like no eating around it. But so we have a trip for a family vacation coming up in July. Like, you know, we're gonna go on that, and then there's an influencer retreat at the end of June. So that kind of is what like helped motivate me to be like, I need to make lifestyle changes. And I heard a TikTok, and I mentioned this once before, but I heard a TikTok and it said, are you being honest with yourself? And like, are you really walking the steps you say you're walking? Are you really working out as many times a week as you say? Are you really not eating those things in the middle of the night, or like whatever after dinner? And so my thing would be like, I'm eating pretty healthy, but then I'm eating Chick-fil-A, or then I'm eating caramel, or then I'm eating a pina colada. And those little, for some people, those little things don't add up big. For me, I've gained, well, I've lost a little now, but I've gained over 30 pounds. So, and I felt really embarrassed, like as like a person to you guys, like how have I like gained this back? Like, I don't know, I don't want to feel like a fraud or something. Like, I literally sell supplements for my job. Like, I love greens and trim fit, and yet I've gained like 30 pounds. And so, which sucked, but it isn't necessarily my greens fault. It's my fault. But I want to be honest with myself, and I want to be honest with you guys, you know, like, this is where I am. But if you want to jumpstart it together, we can like walk together. We can You can comment what you're up to, like just some sort of accountability, because it is hard. It is really, really hard. Okay, there's a line in Sex and the City that calls the Betty Crocker Clinic after he tries taking the trash and poured dish. That's so funny. I haven't seen that, Robin, but that sounds completely like me. So, let's see. I'm going through these. Oh, Lee, you're going through so many things. I'm so sorry. Yes, sometimes we're like stress eating, right? We go through hard stuff where it's like, I don't know, where you just feel like, and I have so much grace for literally everyone else in the world, and yet I'm really hard on myself sometimes. And so, anyways, I am working on it. And I'm actually working on not just, oh, like, I work out this many times. Well, some weeks I do, and then some weeks I'm off the whole week. So I'm like, no, consistently I'm going to do this. So it's just like a mindset. But like deciding you're doing it and doing it. Anyways, this has not been a hair tutorial. Well, it's going to be. It is going to be. It's going to be a hair unboxing. I might have to one day just do a hair unboxing only, like recorded, or something, because I doubt they're going to want me talking about all this on their hair video. But, all right, let's do it. I went to the chiropractor. I just want to hang out today. Can we just hang out? I'll show you my hair stuff. But I feel like I haven't gotten to talk. My dad's here. He's making grilled cheese, keto bread, and sometimes I just feel like, can we just hang out? Like, I know I have to show things, but I just want to hang out. Yes, so the Make Lean are the GLP-1 pills. So I've been on these, this is my third box. So about 3 months, not quite 3 months. So, but it is making a difference. And I don't know if you could tell the other day, but like, I really do think, like, as far as like, I am starting to see my thighs again. Like, I mean, if I squeeze them together, they're definitely, but I'll show you, like, my stomach is still like loose. So I mean, this is a realistic, and then, but here's with leggings, and they are, but I can tell, like, I can tell a lot in my face. I can tell, you can't really, like, I can tell like everywhere, actually. I'm like really being able to tell, not just the scale. The scale I feel like is moving a little slower. At first it was like, oh yay, you're down this much. But like even in the back, I don't know. I just feel like I can tell a difference, which is good. And I'm not like a tiny person. You know, I am definitely still very mid-size. I probably will always be mid-size. But like a size 12 right now. I've gotten back up to like a 14, and so I'm like at a 12. Maybe could squeeze myself into some 10s, but some 12s I bought that didn't fit do fit. That's exciting. I'm back in the 170s, so that was great. I had almost hit like that 190 mark, and that was when I was kind of like my wake-up call of like, okay, you are, I think we all have this, maybe do you have a number in your head? You have a number that you're like, whew, when you see that, you're like, oh, we're creeping. So, you know, when we moved here, I was around 150, 155, and kind of fluctuating like that. Tiniest I'd been after having Veda, all these things. And then I've just like gradually creep up. And then I saw almost like right at 190. Like 189.9, like 186.5, 189.9. And I was like, if I don't do something, because I know when I get over, I was 275 pounds after I had her, if you're new to following me. So I had been bigger before, and I just know like my husband loves me all the same. Like this is really a me thing. But I know like I breathe better, I feel better. The bigger I get, the harder it is to like feel good and then get motivated, you know? So anyways, if you are feeling like I have to be honest with myself and I want to make some changes, then whatever that looks like for you. But just know that like you're not the only person that struggles with this. Like I struggle with it all the time. And if you're at a point where like I can't even handle the thought of doing that, my life is so nuts right now, then it's not like your time to work on that. Just you work on being like the best version for yourself. You're here, but late. Well, Melissa, better late than never. Okay. Yes, I can see a difference too, Debbie. Like, I think it's interesting when, because I can show up on camera a lot, but when I'm like, oh, I can like, even today, I was like, went to do, this is a silly thing to notice, but I went to do like a little bit of like this on my clavicle, couldn't think collarbone, and I was like, I can see my collarbones again. Like they're coming back. We're making a comeback. Okay, let's do it. Let's unbox. I linked a hat today, but then I ended up not wearing it. But if you wanted this hat, that's what's linked as a London hat, and I do wear it a lot. But I did this little bun, and I was like, that's actually, sure, it's kind of cute. Okay, if you have goals, what are your goals below? Where, if you feel like, because this can be a safe place where you can say, this is what I want. And then I think if you vocally say or type, these are my goals, and I'll go through the comments later and I will like correspond with you or like it or look at it, or we can talk about it as we're going through. I feel like I've been on a lot of journeys with you guys, but normally it's just journeys that I'm going through and whoever wants to hop on. And I feel like it's been really great for a lot of people to go like make progress. So, anyways, yay! Finally caught me live. Yes, my dad is still with me. He, there's the air mattress. They just took a nap. And I was gonna clean it up completely because they're staying at an Airbnb, and I thought maybe for a couple of days this room could be clean, but it's probably not. They're gonna be napping in here, and we're just gonna have the air mattress life going on. So here we go. This is just stuff I got in the mail. This is actually not, it is an exciting live for me because I'm like excited my hair care came in, but okay, Launch does have a lot of different sales going on, specifically hair care. So this is a paddle brush and it has the boar bristles. I had this when we lived in Tennessee and somehow it didn't, we only moved with a suitcase, so you can't move everything. And I have been wanting one of these. I absolutely love it. It helps distribute the oils throughout your hair. This is a paddle brush that's really good on wet hair. So got in some new brushes and I got in a comb. This most specifically for Veda's curls. So her hair gets tangly. She is a wild child. And a comb for her piggies. Like to do little pigtails. Okay, Launch bestsellers that I cannot live without is the Hydrotherapy 7-second treatment mask. This will make your hair so shiny. If you've wanted anything to make your hair look like you don't have split ends like crazy, put this on after you shampoo and condition. I feel like there's so many comments coming through. Let's pause and read. Oh, Sherry, I love that. You're 56 and need a new goals, exercise more, and not carry the weight of the world on my shoulders and meet new people. I love that. Isn't that so good about God? Like, he literally wants to carry our burdens for us. Like, he doesn't want us to feel the weight of the world on our shoulders. Like, he wants us to just rest in him and give him our cares, and he will give us rest. Isn't that so beautiful? Am I doing keto or diet pills? I'm doing both. So they're an all natural like diet pill, but I feel like if I'm going to do it, I'll be honest with you. So I'm doing keto, and I started the diet pills pre-keto. I started it before we went to Europe, hoping maybe I wouldn't gain a bunch of weight, and I didn't. I came back from Europe and then home a week and then went to Vegas on a work trip. And during that like 2.5, 3 weeks, I came back, weighed on my scale, and I was like cringing because I was like, oh my gosh, how much have I gained? Like, you know, and I didn't. I had lost like around 9 pounds and then ended up going down to like losing 11 pounds. Then I gained a little bit back and then like 5 pounds, and then now I'm back. So I'm at 16 pounds total and like lost in the last 3 months. So, but I started keto 11 days ago. So that has been like a new change, but that's almost 2 weeks. It takes, I think, 21 days to make a new habit. So, but I will say I have like no food noise. Like, I'm not hungry. I'm having to remind myself to eat. I'm not tempted. I have not been like, even when we were out, we went to Mission Impossible. I don't know if I told you guys about this. I went to Mission Impossible with friends last week, and I took the breading off of the cheese stick and ate the cheese, and I ate some salmon and Brussels sprouts, and everybody else was having like other things that were really yummy. Mine ended up being really yummy, but it was like a healthy choice. But it's like making those decisions. But I was not even tempted. Like, they ordered desserts, they ordered guac and chips, and no temptation. Like, I'm taking trim, fit, and greens, just like I have been all throughout this, my whole journey. Like the last 2 years of it, I guess I've done trim, fit, and greens. Still love that, but I just felt like I needed a little something because just help with cravings and help with I have PCOS, and I just wanted to like naturally help with that like GLP-1 part, you know? And so that's what that is. Yes, Laura. Your goal is 155 to 160 to be able to take long walks and bike rides and play with your grandkids. And I really had a scare this week. I had my rib pop out of place when I was lifting Veda, and I ended up lifting her more with my back, not my arms or my legs. But it was like a wake-up call to me. I felt like for the first few hours, like, oh no, have I paralyzed myself? But really, I was like, if I get to where I can like walk again, serious, not joking, it was excruciating. Got into the chiropractor, they popped my rib back into place, and I instantly could breathe again. But it was so painful, and I've gone, went this morning, I went day before yesterday too, and I feel great. Amazing chiropractor, and just such a blessing. But I was like, I'm gonna work my back out more. I wanna be stronger. Like, the older you get and things start like that happen, and you're really like, I just wanna be, I'm so grateful for good health, you know? And so doing the things to try and build muscle, to try and like make it to where I'm strong. Like, I don't want to have my back pop out of place because I'm trying to pick up a baby. But I did get my doctor's approval for doing this, but just because we're trying to conceive. And she said I could even take this throughout pregnancy, that she didn't see any reason. You could ask your own doctor what they think, but she said it's based on what's in it. It's natural ingredients. And she said with me having past history of like gestational diabetes, that this would actually be something she recommends throughout pregnancy. So that was a reason I had my doctor. But obviously, if you have medical conditions, always have your doctor look at it. So they are an all natural like GLP-1 alternative. Oh, Bernadette, I love this. I listened to a podcast that said, don't say you are going to do blank, because when you can't, you feel defeated. Instead, saying, I'm going to experiment with reading 2 chapters in a book when I want to eat sweets, or I'm going to experiment with going to the gym 2 times a week for 20 minutes, just adjust when needed. For example, I started experimenting with working out at home for 14 minutes, 3 days a week. I'm now doing 30 minutes every day. I love that. I love how you guys help each other. It's so good. Oh, you ask God, what is on the agenda for me today? I love that. Let's see. There are a lot of comments today. So sorry. I'm trying to go through them. You went to yoga this morning. Great class. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of all of you guys. So proud. Okay, let's keep going. Some days I just feel like we just hang out. I know I try and be like professional, do my job, talk about my things, like, and then other times I'm like, can we just hang out together and we'll get to it. Okay, what do I use to whiten my teeth? I have veneers, so they are this white for, I guess, until I need them replaced. So I did not get my bite fixed. I still have a little bit of an overbite, but my teeth are all even now, and I got them since Veda's been born. So I had not had braces growing up, and I'd worn out a lot of my teeth. Were like, if they were going to cut down the bottom ones to make them straight, they would have been about this tall. And so I thought, well, if I'm going to do them down here, I had one that was one tooth in the front that was long and one that was shorter, because growing up I chipped it and we didn't have like dental insurance, and my mom had taken a nail file and like filed down my tooth, so it was a good bit shorter on one side than the other. And so I got veneers. I did get a deal, like to get a discount for doing reels about it, which I would have shared about it anyways, because I kind of, it's not like you're not going to notice I didn't get my teeth done. And so, but I did get a discount and I got to get veneers, and they did an amazing job. I would recommend them over and over and over again. They were wonderful. They were in Franklin if you need information about them, but that was a while back. But no, so that's not really, I have no good. Banana white, I can get you, I have done banana white before, but that was before I had veneers. So, okay, the Ophir palettes that I used on my eyes, I used these pivot powders. And there's like all kinds of colors, and they're just, I did like a combination of them. It's what I used on my face, and I used them on my eyes, and then I used like they're all colors, like so fun. I used on my cheeks, so I used cheeks and eyes, same product. Oh, that's so sweet. I feel like they did do a great job, so I'm really happy with them, and it made a big difference in, like, you know, how you feel when your teeth are, that's just something, probably since like 3rd grade, I'd had insecurities. I did Invisalign 3 times, but my teeth would have always looked crooked because my actual teeth were uneven. So even though so I did non-invasive, so they barely had to chisel anything off. I really needed length to my teeth, but that's the amazing thing that they can do that. So I went to Dr. Krazier, Dr. Krazier, the Krazier Clinic in Franklin is who I used. How do I like Ophir's mascara? So they used to have a mascara that was incredibly hard to take off, and it was great for like swimming, but it was really hard to get off my lashes. And recently they changed their formula, and I feel like it is beautiful on. Like, I don't have false lashes, like these are my lashes, but it gives like a really fanned, almost butterfly effect, and I think they are stunning. And so I love Ophir's new mascara. If you haven't tried it in like the last 2 or 3 months, I want to say that's about when I realized, like, oh, this is but it looks like this, but same packaging and everything, but the actual formula is different, and I love it. I have no idea, Tamara. Is that the same guy who couldn't utter an understandable sentence? I don't know anybody who's had issues with that, but I know my dentist, he did a great job. And I think he doesn't have any issues. Okay, I'm just trying to go through these. Making sure I don't leave anybody out if you have questions. Oh, lip combo. I used eyeliners on my lips today, but I used Red Clay and Nude Sickle from Ophir, and then I actually used a lip gloss from Pomifera. It was the lip glaze in the shade Crush, and it's like a really cute pale pink. I'll get around to all this stuff that I was going to talk about for my hair. It's like a good gloss. It's like a light pink. Ooh, you've never used blush from Ophir yet? You'll love it. It's really pretty on. So today I used Pivot Powders. I also love their current blush. It's really good. So, okay, I'll continue on. My daughters use a lot. We're in pools a lot here and the ocean. So rehab masks are just really good. They are Oh no. It smells amazing, but it's like a thick mask that you can put on while you're in the shower, like while you're shaving, and you put it on and then you're gonna rinse it out. So you just leave it in for like 3 to 5 minutes, but their masks from Launch are so good. So this is the hydrating mask and this is the deep conditioning mask. So I would say this one is good for like more fine hair, like your ends, and then this one is like your hair feels damaged. It is, the ocean has just really messed you up that day, the deep oil conditioning mask. And if their hair is really, really bad, I will have them sleep in the Barago mask. So either one of these. If you have more fine hair, I would do the Rehab. If you have thicker hair, I would do the Barago deep conditioning. So, or if you have damage, anything like that, the masks are great, and you can sleep in them overnight if you need to. Okay, other things, Curl Care shampoo and where are you? And conditioner. I got this for Veda because she has curly hair and trying to help her curls. And then I also got a curl cream. So got her some curl stuff. Let's see. Ooh, you just got the peach blush yesterday. You're looking for new foundation. So I don't know if Ophira's foundation is sold out or not, but if it's not, I've heard it's gonna go out of stock for a little bit, but I was out of heat shield, so I needed that. The Thicket cream is great for your hair, like having more texture to it. If I'm gonna braid my kids' hair, or if I want volume, like at the roots of my hair, I will put in a tiny, like when I say tiny, like pea size amount of this. How do you squeeze the new hydrotherapy bottle? You have 5 and you can't use them. Okay, Sue, it is so easy. So you're gonna take this off and you take off the top. And then it has a hole, but you have to remove this. And see, hello friends. I can see you through there, can you see me? So you take this off and you take the cap off of this. It's also only 7 seconds, so you literally spritz it on your hair. So this comes off. I hope that helps. I actually get a lot of questions about people not able to use this. So I think it's either they're not taking the cap off, or, so it's not just you, or they're not taking off this little guy. Hopefully you definitely, I love to stock up when things are on sale too, and you will use all of these. They are amazing, and it will just literally pour out. It's as thin as water, so that's why it's a small hole, and you'll just like hot sauce it all over your hair. Like I kind of lean my hair over and do this, leave it on for like 7 seconds, and then it is an acid-based treatment, so you don't want it to get on your scalp, and you want to work fast, but your hair will be so shiny. It's amazing. Yours is the same. Okay, this is a product I've never tried, but I was so excited to see. It's a dry texture spray. So this, I have been wanting them to come out with a texturizing spray for years, and they finally did. So it's called Move It, and it's a dry texture spray. I also wanted to get a dry shampoo powder that I could take on our trips. We're only doing carry-ons to Europe, and so I just wanted, this is called Stardust, and I like this dry shampoo, and you can travel with it because it's powder. You just started taking off the whole cap. No. You should just be able to like do that. It should be really easy. You don't have to do that. And you only use a little bit at a time, right? So that bottle will get you multiple uses. I gave a friend a bottle and she said she used the whole bottle in one time. The whole thing. And I was like, what? I was like, you don't have any more left? She was like, no, but my hair was so silky for like a week. I was like, I bet it was. I bet it was so silky. I was like laughing so hard. Okay, glass hair. This is thermal blowout, and this is really good if you're drying your hair or not. But this is what I got. Oh, last little thing. I got like an oil serum, and so it's just a nourishing serum for dry ends. So that's what I got for my real life hair care when there's sales going on, stocking up on for myself. Okay, lastly, last little things. If you had wanted to get the free Beautiful You jar for your Trim Fit, if you have a new subscription for Trim Fit or for Reds, you can get a free jar. That ends tomorrow. Lavender Blue has jewelry 40% off. And so they upped my code to 40%. So I put the link in the description of the video and in the comments. But they have so many cute pieces. Like almost all my jewelry is lavender blue, and they're great quality and they're really cute. But 40% off is the best deal I've ever seen them do. So love that. What is the best shampoo for thick, fluffy, but not curly hair that has color on it? I would use the Miss Bond shampoo conditioner, and they have a Miss Bond, like, what's it called? Strengthening serum. I have it on my shelf. So I would do Miss Bond shampoo, Miss Bond conditioner, and then that 7-second little hot sauce treatment. And then once you get out, do the Miss Bond serum. That would be the best for fluffy hair. So, I love good Q&As. I just love it when we get to talk about it. What can you spray for static control? You could try a little bit of hairspray. You could also try like a tiny bit of oil on your hands, just a little bit, like a dot on your hands, and then run it through. That's really good. Marula oil is really good for that. Let's see. You can use the hydrotherapy, the 7-second hydrotherapy. You can totally use that on color treated hair. It is amazing. So it helps detangle, it helps repair. It's very ultra light. It penetrates the hair cuticle and targets damaged area for visible, silkier, smoother, and shinier hair in seconds. So, and it really does work. Like, it is no joke. It's amazing. So, okay. All right, you guys. I love you so much. I hope you guys have the best day. If you have questions about anything, let me know. If you wanted to try the Make pills, Make tablet, the GLP-1 natural alternative peptides, whatever you want to call them, you do get the free thing of Calm, which is a cortisol reducer and helps you with sleep. You do get a free thing of that if you spend $150, and that ends tomorrow. So, and then if you're looking for the cutest shirt, I'm wearing a size large in this, but it's the back. If you hopped on late, it's like so cute. So there's the back, or you can reverse it, twist it and reverse it, like, you know. Also, we were shopping with the girls, and a Justin Timberlake song came on in the mall, and it was like, I'm gonna have you naked by the end of this song. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody know that, right? If you probably heard it. And I was like, I was their age when that came out, and I for sure was singing it at 10, 12 years old. No clue what I was singing. And it was like as we were in American Eagle, and I heard it, and I was like, boom, boom, boom. And I was like, no wonder my parents didn't want me listening to that. Like, so funny. The songs that there's just so many. Like, what were we listening to when I was younger? They were just awful. But yeah, this is the front part of the shirt if you do it this way. So you can wear it either way. But I love it. I think it's so cute. And Adam was like, you should get that in every single color. But I think I linked anything that you might have wanted. If I didn't, you can message me and I can help you. But that was just a funny moment. It made me think of it. I don't know why. I guess because I felt like I was getting naked. I don't know. Who knows? Okay, I love you guys. Hope you have the best day. Hope you have the best weekend. I probably won't go live tomorrow because my dad's in town. He's only here for like the next week, and then he goes back to, I think he's going to Tokyo, and then he's going to Vegas, then he's going to Tokyo, and then he'll be back in Thailand, and I'll probably be another year before I see him. So I'm gonna go in there and hang out with him. He made lunch for everybody. So anyways, I love you. If you need anything, send me a message. Bye guys.